baby.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of the All Over Podcast. It is your two hosts, Zion and Storm.
Yes, sir, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
Yo, we've been talking about. Let me just start off by saying I'm so excited to be doing this. Like, I've been talking about starting a podcast for a little over a year and a half now. We've been talking about doing it together for probably about the same amount of time. So for us to be doing this is it's
surreal.
Yeah, like I'm happy at the same time though. Like all week I was kind of like, oh man, I'm getting nervous. I was like, I ain't gonna be nervous about like this. What we here for? Everything fell into place the way it was supposed to. We was talking about like, what if it don't blow up? What if it don't have to? You know what I'm saying? Like if we get 3 listeners every week and 12 followers on social media, that's just the fact that we doing this. We can get satisfaction in that alone.
That's a fact, man. I enjoy, talking about current situations. I enjoy talking in general, especially when you're having a deep conversation with another intellectual person. I think it's really cool, So this is a hell of an opportunity, man, and I'm just happy to be here.
Exactly. So. This stuff we talk about any other time by ourselves or with our other cousins and whatever. So, let's try and involve the world in our conversations. With that being said, let's have a proper introduction. Like I said, my name is Zion. I'm 20 years old. Just kind of in that weird space of life, transitioning from childhood or adolescence to adulthood. So, I feel like a lot of times when things go on, people our age they think we don't care or we don't have anything to say about current events or things like that. So I want this to be a place where we can, speak our mind, tell our truths, whatever that may be. So, Storm, tell the people who you are.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Storm Young, or Norman McCarter, whatever you guys want to call me. Storm Young, that's my stage name. I am a musical artist. I'm 19 years of age, and in my music, I talk about various messages. I try to be an inspiration to the youth. I think of myself as a youth advocate. I have an award for youth advocacy, so, I just try to be the best example for the youth that I can be. In general, I really just want to be a person that uplifts people through my messages, man. And, I'm a very theatrical musical person, so that's pretty much a little bit about me. But as time goes on, you guys learn a lot more about us.
Right.
For sure. So that's just a little breakdown for me. But yeah, man.
Okay, let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about, this nigga Tristan Thompson is wild.
Definitely wild, bro.
Okay, so Tristan was engaged. Him and Chloe's gonna get married, right?
Yeah.
Tristan was engaged to Chloe, stepped out on her, got some girl pregnant. So he was trying to go into court talking about, hey man, I ain't really my baby, or I ain't gonna pay her, da. Side chick brings out messages that Tristan Thompson sent her. Let me tell you what this dude said. Bro said, I'm engaged, but I'll be married soon. I told you I won't and can't be in a child's life at all, by no means. Why not wait till you find the right person to have a family with? Why would you want to have a baby with a man that's engaged? Let's stop right there. Sir, do not try and flip this on her like she in the wrong.
That's your kid, my guy.
Right. Now, granted, she was messing with an engaged man, sure. But you are the engaged man. Why were you messing with her? Go try and flip it around talking about why you want to mess with an engaged man.
I just think that there's a boundary that should be set, man. Like, if you out here just, sticking your hoo-ha and just anybody and just, getting people pregnant, man, then that's on you. You can't really try to, put the blame on the other person because of your actions. I hate people like that,
You know what I don't be understanding? Like, when women or when people find out that their partner is cheating on them, and so they decide to attack the other person, whether it be physically or verbally or digitally, like, at the end of the day, and I'm not saying Chloe did this, I'm just like, overall, I'm saying, like, the person that your partner cheated on you with, they don't owe you no loyalty, so there's no reason for you to be going after them. You need to be worried about the person that's been calling you baby for the past however many months or years or whatever, been looking in your face and stabbing you in the back at the same time, like.
Yeah, man, it's like, imagine you're kicking it with this girl. Little do you know she got to do it on the side, and the dude trying to fight you. Like, man, I know
Like,
what's going on, man.
exactly.
That's y'all business. That ain't got nothing
Right.
to do with
She
me.
didn't tell me about you, bro.
Facts. That ain't got nothing to do with me, man. But yeah, I'm looking at here. It says $1 million for child support plus $47K per month. So while NBA player Tristan Thompson was engaged to be married to Chloe,
Yeah.
he got his side chick Riley Nicholas pregnant and was trying to get.
You know the crazy thing is, and like, I'm not. Okay, yes, child support is needed if you're not in a child's life or whatever. But it do not cost $1 million to take care of a kid.
It don't, man.
Like, I really feel like, okay, granted, like I said, he's 19, I'm 20. We don't have no kids. Don't plan on having them anytime soon.
But trust me, I've been around enough to know that you don't need $1 million to take care
Yeah,
of
you don't like $1 million a month. Like, come on now, that's plus $1 million a month plus 47K. So I don't know what the 47K is for, but that's. I feel like the child support should be based off of like an average amount of how much it takes to
take care of
cost to take care of a kid, right?
Nice.
Instead, I know they do base it off of whoever's on child support. Usually the father, they base it off of their income, but that's.
Yeah, that boy in the NBA, you know, he getting that bread, so I guess, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's $1 million a month. I think it's $1 million and then plus 47K per month, up to when you turn. I think they do it until you're 18, right?
18, yep.
Yeah, that's a little wild, man. If you do the math on that, 47K a month for 18 years, that's.
Nah, this joint say $1 million plus. So that's okay. So $1.4 million a month. That's what it boiled down to for 18 years, which is that's
Yeah, that's
bogus.
wild, man. You know, that's why when I become a celebrity, man, I'm not going. I really just want to settle down with one person. If you watching this, you know who you are. Man. I ain't gotta say too much.
Yo, shit.
Nah, but on a
I
serious
definitely feel
note,
that.
man,
Absolutely.
you can't, because once you do, like, who can I use for example? Somebody, let's say NBA YoungBoy, or somebody like Lil. Damn, I'm using both people that got beef.
Sure.
Okay, but both of them got mad kids. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? They got to pay child support for all of them kids, and I just can't get myself caught up into that, man. So.
And I ain't even. I hope y'all mind me saying this, but like even when I was younger, my dad used to always, cause I got 4 siblings and we all got different mothers. And even when I was younger, my dad used to always say like, just when you make sure you have all your kids with one woman. And I don't think my dad. Well, I know he don't regret none of his children. He probably regret the fact that we all like scattered around. But yeah, he used to always tell me like, you know, don't just be out here having multiple children with multiple women. Find you one girl, woman, settle down, get married, and then have kids. That's what he used to tell me.
Yeah.
He don't tell me that no more though. So I don't know. I think he might have gave up on me. He ain't told me that in about 5-6 years. I don't know. Somebody might tell him something. Nah, but this joint also say Nichols also requested a judge order Thompson to cover her attorney fees, which reportedly exceeded $1 million. The documents estimate Thompson's monthly income at about $810,000. Oh, sorry, Thompson's income at $810,000, and Nichols claimed that her expenses are more than $22,000 per month.
Golly, so that's like what he paying like around $67,000 per month.
I don't know. It's too
overall.
It's too many numbers.
Too many numbers.
I'm not good
Tristan,
with
you.
I'm not good with math.
But Chloe, what you do? Chloe, you rich. What you? I mean, I.
Chloe's supposed to pay this nigga child support for him?
I mean, no, but like, man, you ain't gotta be. Bro, it's the Kardashians.
First of all, Chloe's done with him. Because this is not
Yeah,
the
she
first time he
definitely done
cheated.
with him.
And you had a baby on me, too. This is one thing if you cheat on me. But you done had a baby on me.
Got another girl pregnant, man. That's wild.
You can't come back from that.
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's Tristan. You wild, man. If you ever watching this, I just want you to know you played out. You're wild. You're very wild.
You played yourself, buddy.
Cause now look at you, bro. You get yourself in sticky situations and you can't get out of it. It's like a bug's being in a spider's web.
Get it?
Can't get out of it.
Let me stop.
Hey, yo.
PG.
Nah, but yeah, bro, that's crazy, man. I don't wish anybody, any pain or grief or anything like that. But I wish everybody the best.
Heal into the whole situation. Everybody can, just learn a lesson out of it. Because I hope, and especially Tristan, because this isn't the first time he did this. So hopefully he get himself together, and one day we hear about him, settling down, actually finding a nice young lady to marry, and taking care of all his 17 kids.
Or you can be like somebody that we all know. I ain't gonna say no names, but yeah,
Oh.
I ain't gonna say no names, man.
Yeah, we gonna keep that up the low.
All right, next topic we got my boy, my guy, Kanye West.
This is
I rock with
this
him.
this is your boy, your guy. Still,
We can separate the art from the artist. I like his
that.
music.
I like that.
I love Kanye's music, but the person that he is, he just been wilding, man. And I know he been saying that the paparazzi and the people getting all of these reports on me, they don't really recognize who I am and what my angle is. What is your angle, Kanye? Because what you've been posting on Instagram and sabotage, not really sabotaging, but like doing all of this stuff to these people, Pete Davidson, and I don't know, they got a divorce. I seen the little post.
Yeah, they in the process of like, I know she legally had West removed from her name, so her name is back to Kim Kardashian instead of Kim Kardashian or West.
Well, I don't know what to say about this either, other than Kanye, you're crazy. You are a crazy man. I don't know why you're trying to be delusional to act like you're not.
Well,
but you're crazy, my guy.
I think he. Okay, let's not use the word crazy because that's kind of like a derogatory term these days. But
True.
I do know that. Okay, so we know for a fact that Kanye suffers from bipolar disorder. Now, here's what I do believe to be true. I honestly believe that Kanye, he uses that to his advantage to manipulate the public and his fans, because I feel like every time he has like these, we hear about Kanye in the news like every day. How much later does the album drop?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, I don't give too much thought to Kanye West until I hear, oh, Kanye about to drop an album. Like, he's not somebody that's like...
I didn't really think of it that way. I don't know. So what you're trying to say is you think he'd do all of it to
publicity.
gain hype for his...
Yeah. Especially now
That's
with him
understandable.
harassing Pete Davidson and whatnot. People like... And the other day, like, what was that? Last week, he put out a video of him burying Pete Davidson alive. Like...
Yeah. The song is fire, though. I gotta give it to him.
This nigga.
Nah, bro. The game did his thing on that. Kanye did his thing on that, man.
The game been talking crazy too. That's another one.
My life was never easy.
Nah, bro said what? What'd he say? He said I think he said Ye did more for his career than Dr. Dre.
Oh, whoa.
I'm like, yo, Dre put you on, my guy.
That's a fact. Yeah, gang, you kind of wild.
Like,
I don't know. It's like once niggas get around Kanye, they just don't know how to act, man.
Antonio Brown been bugging out.
Beefing with Logan Paul, a YouTuber.
For real?
Yeah, he was beefing with him like around, I want to say sometime last year.
I didn't even hear about that. But yeah, as far as let's give a round of applause to Pete Davidson because his comeback for Kanye.
Yeah, that
Hey.
was
Where you at right now? In bed with your wife?
tough, bruh.
Like, huh?
Nah, man,
No, they had talked about that on the D.L. Hughley. So D.L. Hughley said, "I would have killed myself right then and there." And I would. What can you say after that? Where you at in bed with your wife?
yeah, that's just disrespect. Well, it ain't. I mean, it ain't.
Nah, but what Pete said though, Pete said he was like, "Look, bro, throughout this whole ordeal, I've treated you with, I've shown you nothing but respect. I haven't clapped back or anything. But at the end of the day, we got to take into account that, yes, this is Kanye's ex-wife. This is Pete Davidson's current girl. So you ain't gonna let nobody just talk to your girl crazy, whether it's the father of her kids or not. So like, him finally taking a stand and being like, fall back, but in a respectful way too, because at the end of the text he was like, yo, but there's resources out there, you need to seek help, like, get better. And he really do, because Kanye, he's I saw his Genius documentary. I do believe Kanye is taking his meds, but I mean, I don't know the situation, so let me just say that's a disclaimer, but I don't think the meds are enough. I think he needs to like sit down with somebody and talk through what he's feeling, because I know divorce ain't easy. Once again, I'm only 20, but I've seen it happen, and yeah, divorce is not certainly one of the worst things to go through.
That's a fact, and we also got to take into accountability that all of the millions of people that listen to his music and the millions of people that like his posts, remember and keep in mind that we are only outsiders looking in.
Right.
We are only outsiders looking in. We don't know what's really going on in these situations. We have no idea, so always keep that in mind. But that's when it comes to anybody, not even just Kanye, man.
Right, that's anybody, famous or not. Like,
you ain't walking in nobody's shoes to know what they're going through, man. But like I said, with everything, I really do wish Kanye the best. I love him as an artist, man. But homie been wildin'.
Yeah, I hope you get back on track, cause like I miss the old Kanye. Nah, let me stop.
Copyright.
Nah, for real, let me chill. Nah, but what I do want to say though, as far as like me wishing Kanye the best, I really do feel like people, and I don't really like to generalize, but I will say I think women are enabling him. And before y'all drag me, let me just say this: if this wasn't Kanye doing what he was doing, if this was your homegirl's ex trying to do it, all these allegedly hiding in bushes, or even like just he bought a house directly across the street from Kim and like sending trucks full of roses to her house, even though they're not together. If this was your homegirl's ex-boyfriend, you would have been like, girl, you need to get your brothers to beat him up. But I feel like because it's Kanye, people are like, oh my God, look what he's doing. He's trying to get his fan, da 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 da. And that's enabling him. He feel like, oh yeah, the world is on my side. It's like,
that's a fact, man. I can't feed into it.
Right. That's another like reason why I believe he's doing this. Cause like if we really just stopped, like, you know what, we ain't paying Kanye no more attention, he'd be like, oh snap, I ain't getting enough. All right, let me chill. Let me go get help. Like Kanye was in what's today? Saturday. I do believe Kanye was in the week. It was in the news every day last week for something he did.
Mm-hmm. And you want to know something funny? What a lot of people don't realize is we need social media. Like, if you really think about it, artists nowadays, they need social media.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
not. I mean, well, yeah, because YouTube is considered a social media platform. If you're not uploading music, if you're not doing this, if you ain't doing that, I mean, you got to be one big, huge artist in order to get off of social media and not upload. You got to be somebody like Kendrick Lamar. I ain't throwing shots at you, Kendrick, but you know, he was off of social media, off of social media for a while, but you know, he made the comeback. He announced, you know, this upcoming project. Can't wait to hear it.
Allegedly, because we don't even know.
Allegedly.
What's it called? Oklahoma or Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, or it is something, man. I just know that if artists did not have social media, or let's say not even that, let's say millions of people deleted Instagram or social media for a week, what do you think would happen to like all of the numbers and the likes that they get on a post and, you know, stuff like that? They need it, man.
And that's the truth, because we as the consumers, we hold the power, and that's with artists, that's with stores, you know, that's with anything. It's like, you know, we have the ability to cancel someone or to decide, you know what, we ain't rocking with you no more. Like, nah, seriously, like if we all decide, if Walmart did something crazy and we all decided
we ain't shopping no more.
We ain't shopping that way. If everybody like seriously was like, we going to Target now, Walmart gonna go out of business, because Walmart can't just, what they gonna do if we not spending our money there?
Yeah, man, they need the people. The people really just, I mean, obviously people make up society today.
Right.
It ain't like we robots, we're people.
Fight the power, we the people.
But yeah, man, they need that. They need the social, man. They need social media. They need all of that, man. So I mean, I
don't even think it's so much that they like need it, because you think to like, I mean, music been around for what, thousands of years. You think back to, all right, let's say recent history, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, like they were able to do it, but I was like, you're just able to touch so many. Like, okay, this podcast, perfect example. Me and you could talk, we can tell other people about our conversations, but by us doing this, like, we're, you know, we able to touch anybody in the world. Could be like, all over podcasts, found on Instagram and YouTube. It could be like, yeah, all over podcasts. Let me see what they going. Anybody in the world could hear us, as opposed to, you know, it taking years and years and years for artists to build up a fan base due to them not having, you know, Instagram and whatnot. But yeah, I hope Kanye just, like, he be doing stuff to make me not want to rock with him, but it'd be like,
it's Kanye, bro. Right? Like, we've been listening to Kanye for years.
Like, touch the sky, you know?
Yeah, I knew this boy's songs I call this guy a boy. I knew this guy's songs ever since I was like, you know, at least 4, back to what I could remember, man. Like, I love Kanye. Kanye is very, very huge impact on a lot of the artists that I listen to nowadays.
Like Kanye loves Kanye.
Kanye, you know, Kanye is Kanye, man. I love him. I love his work. But right now, he just wilding. But like I said, like for Tristan and them and everybody that we talking about today, I really do wish the best for everyone.
So you said an interesting thing. You said separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. And this isn't on the list that we have here, but how you feel like, you still listen to R. Kelly?
Mm-hmm. Cancel me if you want to. Cancel me if you want to. You cannot sit here and say that R. Kelly's songs are not bops, bro. They bops. They bops. They never solved the case for Michael Jackson. Y'all still bumping him?
Okay, but let me disclaimer. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but let me say they never all those cases against Michael Jackson. He was either found not guilty straight up or like lack of evidence.
Facts.
We got a video of R. Kelly
Pissing on a peeing on
There's
a girl. My bad. I don't know, man. R. Kelly, he fire. Separate the art from the artist, man. I definitely don't like him as a person, but his music it's really good music.
I ain't even gonna hold you. When that first went down, the whole R. Kelly thing, I used to be like, man, I ain't gonna listen to his music on like Spotify now, but I'm gonna just go to YouTube and find like a fan page that did it, so that way he don't get no money. But I was like, that's not how it works. He's still gonna get paid just for the copyright and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's I don't know, man. I'm conflicted because I be wanting to step in the name of love sometimes.
That's a fact.
I be wanting to bump and grind.
The whole night through stepping in love. Nah, man, but yeah, I definitely still listen to R. Kelly. Y'all can cancel me if y'all want to. I don't care because I know it's some Karens and people
Let's
out here.
not get canceled. This is our first episode. Y'all can cancel him, but y'all should still listen to me.
Man. Storm Young 716, all platforms. If you want to cancel me, go ahead. Those are my platforms.
Zion Develop on Instagram. Let me just add that. Yeah, I gave my Facebook or nothing else. I'll be going out here.
Yeah, man. In general, just separate the art from the artist. Like you separate the basketball player from the person he is. How he plays on the court, like Tristan Thompson. How he plays on the court opposed to the person that he is in general.
I mean, is he really a good player though? Like,
No, he's whack. He's whack. I ain't gonna lie.
He's a whack individual and a whack player.
Yeah,
like
he whack. I can't lie.
But he needs some personality and skills training.
Yeah, that was out of pocket, Tristan.
Yeah, that was. I was. Let me unplug this because I'm gonna be very upset if. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm bugging.
All right, man. Next topic, we are going to talk about the guy.
Okay, we go. We gonna take a kind of a dark turn here. Okay,
Yeah,
so
very dark.
in the city we live in, I don't know if we should say. Should we tell them where we at?
You think it's gonna be sex traffickers watching our episode?
Shut up!
Like,
Why would you
find
say
guys.
that? Okay, we in Western New York. I'll just get y'all that. Y'all can figure out the rest. And there was recently, I think, what was it, this past Wednesday, something.
Yeah, it happened really recently.
There was a gentleman who I believe they said he has mental illness. The cops were called to his apartment complex, and when they got there, they were talking to him, and then he pulled out a knife. So they were standing in the hallway talking to the guy. He pulls out a knife. So the cops decide, hey buddy, let's come outside, let's talk. So he follows them, and then he starts charging at them. So what do you do when what do cops do when you charge at them? They gonna pull their guns out. They draw their weapon, and if you see the video, they not yelling at him like the cops usually do. Like, get the F down there. They're
just like, buddy, like put the knife down, my guy. Let's talk about it.
You don't have to end this way, bro. Like, come on, let's just talk. And okay, granted he has mental illness, but they don't know that because I'm not sure if that was like an actual mental health facility that he lived in or just a regular apartment building and he so happened to have mental illness. But judging from how they were talking to him, they may or may not have known he had mental illness. But the thing is, he had a knife pointed at the police, and
he ran towards them.
They begged him multiple times, like drop the knife, and he would advance towards them, and they would tell him like, hey, just calm down, don't walk towards us, like drop the knife. Well, eventually he charged at one of the officers and they opened fire. So of course, officer involved shooting. The gentleman was African American. First thing people do, well, why they have to shoot him? Oh, the cops always do it. Listen, I am by no means a fan of the police.
Yeah, me neither.
But I do not believe that all cops are bad neither. I might have contradicted myself, but just bear with me. I like to think of myself as a realist. Now put yourself in those officers' shoes. You have a gun on your waist. Someone is charging at you with a knife. After you repeatedly ask them, hey, chill, don't do that, drop it. You don't gotta go down like this.
You know people gonna counter it though. You know people gonna be like, they asked him to drop the knife, but what if he didn't understand because he had mental illness?
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
pretty
like,
sure he understood that.
Yeah, you can understand. Drop the knife. It's
he had it coming. That's what we trying to say. He had it coming. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it like that, but it's just like I don't know what they expect from him. You know, I don't know what people expect from the cops. Like at the end of the day, I do understand that they want to go home just like we want to come back home to our house every day when we leave out. Granted, their job is a lot more dangerous, and then you have people saying, "Shoot him in the leg, shoot him in the leg." Like, why didn't they shoot him in the leg?
He charging at you, bro. You can't, you know.
Your leg. Officers are trained to shoot to kill. That's why, and they shoot at the torso area because it's the widest part of your body. That's why they don't go for headshots. They don't do narrow limbs. They're not going to do your arm or your leg. They shoot to kill, and they shoot at the torso. So, and if somebody's running at you
with a knife, what you gonna do? You
like
just gonna stand there?
They legs moving so fast, you ain't got time to aim at something this wide as opposed to something as wide as your torso. So
that's what. Did you really just expect them officers to throw their guns to the floor to try to catch him, bro? He's gonna stab them in the gut. Like he has a knife in his hand. There's no way. You know, like I heard people talking about it the other night. I'm not gonna say any names, but they were saying like, oh, they shouldn't have shot that guy. He had mental illness. But like I said, man, you just gotta really sit down and think about the situation.
Yeah.
I don't really think that there was. I mean, like, yeah, there's always another alternative decision that you could have made, but in that moment, if somebody's charging at you with a knife and you have to protect yourself, it's a matter of life and death. You don't know if that guy was gonna run up on you and try to stab you in the neck. You have no idea, man. They got the footage of it.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the footage. They really did ask him repeatedly. I can't even count on my fingers how many times they asked him to put down that knife, but. You know, if it's a matter of life and death. Like I said, man, you don't know if he's gonna literally. He did. He ran up. He tried to run up with the knife. They ended up shooting him. You know, one officer was probably gonna die. He was probably gonna charge at the officer, try to stab him.
Right.
He could have possibly killed the officer.
And I do believe they said he was shot like 10 times, and people were like, "Why are they shooting that many times?" Now that.
I do think he's in critical condition. Though. I don't.
Yeah,
think
he's still alive.
Yeah,
I think he's in
dead.
critical. But when people be like, why'd they have to shoot him 10 times? I just feel like, I've never shot a weapon. I've never been shot.
Now, that is a good argument. I don't think they should have shot him 10 times. I'll give y'all that.
Okay, yeah, but peep this. Okay, so the laws of, I think, physics, gravity, so an object in motion stays in motion. So if you're running full speed at someone and they shoot you, cops don't have like a 45 or some large caliber bullet. So it's like... those bullets don't have no stopping power. So if you're still like running full speed and they hit you, yes, they're still doing damage inside. And once you stop, you gonna feel that. But it's like if you running at somebody, like I said, object in motion stays in motion. So the cop probably just panicked because he probably shot the first 2-3 times. Bro was still coming at him, so he was like,
"Yeah, that's true. That's true, man." I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There's just a lot of controversial things, and I want y'all to know y'all gonna have to get used to this because we're gonna be talking about some things on this podcast, man. We got a lot of things to talk about, but
because one thing I pride myself on is like I never want to offend anybody, and but I like to be a realist. I feel like a lot of times people just go along with things for the sake of society or just to not cause an argument, but it's like. Nah, say how you feel, because that's why we are different, and if we all think the same way,
nobody's gonna be able to think for themselves.
The world ain't interested.
That's a fact. You gotta have a mind of your own in order to, continuously move on in this world, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to speak up for what you believe and speak up for yourself. You can't just try to be a sheep and follow everybody else. There has to be, a black sheep and a herd of white sheep, pretty much. So. Just follow yourself, man. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to do one thing because the rest of society is doing it, man. I don't like people like that,
My favorite quote, I don't know who said it. Don't drag me. Yeah, it's my favorite, but I don't know who said it. It's like, if you have to choose between being respected and being liked, choose respect.
That's a fact.
Because, people may not like what you say, but you know what? You in a room full of people, and you were bold enough to share your different opinion. I don't like what you said, but I respect it. And like I said, like I because this is our first episode, so I just want to like lay a precedent. Like I don't think I'm a mean person. You know, I don't. It's intentionally set out to, hurt someone's feelings. And I used to say this all the time. Like, I'm sorry if what I said hurt you, but I'm not sorry about what I said.
Mm, I like that. I do ultimately think it depends on the situation, though. But I do agree with that.
Like, cause okay, so like I'm a jokester. That's what I do. People who they know, like I love to crack jokes. I love to laugh and everything. So it's like I may tell a joke like I may tell like a Dave Chappelle type joke. I'm not saying I'm on the same level as him as far as like comically, but like the jokes he tells. But, like,
they be trying to cancel him all the time.
Yeah, but it's like I don't think he's setting up to hurt nobody's feelings. So it's like, yes, I'm sorry you were hurt, but I don't take back what I said because in a room full of 10 people, one received it negatively, the other 9 received it positively.
That's why people like comedians. I'm not gonna say comedians have just one mindset because obviously they're a human just like us. They got feelings and stuff. But I will tell you that comedians they live by having no regrets. I will tell y'all that they don't regret.
That's one
anything.
thing I've noticed. I watch a lot of interviews with comedians and whatnot, and that's one thing they say. They was like even D.L. Hughley, he said I've been watching a lot of his. He just did an interview with Vlad TV. I've been watching that lately, and that's one of the things he brought up. He was like, I don't regret or take back anything I ever say.
Yeah, Long Beach Griffey, for example, or Trey Rags. Shout out to y'all, but y'all, man, I love them. I love them, man. But people do be trying to cancel them all the time. But it's just like if you a person that just don't care, you can't. A person that doesn't care can't be canceled, man. And a person that has no regrets, unfortunately, cannot be canceled. It's like a relentless force that just keeps coming. No matter what you throw at them, they just keep, keep going.
You know what I think about people? I don't think people really have a firm grasp on cancel culture because a person can only be canceled if their followers decide, okay, he crossed the line. I ain't messing with that no more. Mm-hmm. Perfect example, R. Kelly. For the most part, a large chunk of R. Kelly's fans have decided, you know what, we ain't messing with him no more. Nah, it's over for him. If he have a concert, we ain't going.
He'll never have another concert.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just put my point because he's not in there for life, so he's eventually gonna come out. But if he have a concert, ain't nobody going to that because he's been canceled by his fan base. Now, DaBaby back in the summer said those things homo.
Oh yeah.
Why did I just forget the word?
I don't think
homophobic things. He said those homophobic things, and people were like, "Oh, DaBaby. Oh, what's DaBaby gonna do now? DaBaby, he's canceled." DaBaby was never canceled. Here's why: DaBaby's fan base still they supported him. While some of them may have been like, "Okay, now I ain't messing with him no more," but for the most part, his fan base
majority of his people stand.
Yeah, that's like if Madonna do something wild, and I decide, Zion decide, "Oh, I'm canceling Madonna." I can't cancel Madonna because I don't support Madonna. I've never heard a Madonna song. That's not somebody I look up to. I cannot cancel her. I can't cancel somebody who I don't support. So it's like,
yeah, I remember they tried to cancel Michael Myers for killing a gay couple in a movie. That's how sensitive people are nowadays. Are you kidding me?
I do believe that.
Man,
since I do think the world we live in today is like hypersensitive because and I said that to somebody else a couple months ago, and they were like, "Well, no, people have the right to feel the way they feel." That's true. That is very true. You have the right to feel how you feel, but at the end of the day, if you feel in some type of way because a fictitious character killed a fictitious couple in a movie,
yeah, man, that's like, I don't know, man, that's like that's I just don't know. I don't even know what to say about that, man. It's just like you can't do that. It's Michael Myers. He's a serial killer. He's a murderer. You can't cancel him for murdering. He's murdering.
Right.
He murdered a little kid. Would you rather have him murder a gay couple or a kid?
Okay, let's not do that.
I'm just saying. I'll give you guys an ultimatum. How about that?
Yo, jeez. Well, this is the last episode.
They gonna cancel me for real. But nah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that the world that we live in nowadays is just it's I won't say that it's just full of sensitive people, but there are a lot of sensitive people. but I just think it's full of a lot of things that are controversial. That in particular, I don't think that's really controversial. I just think people don't have logic.
I think people are scared to. Well, it goes back to what we said before. I think people are scared to really show their opinions out of, what if they don't like me, or what if I get in trouble, or cancel culture. Like, I don't think someone should be canceled because of their opinion. Now, let's not go too far. Like, if someone's opinion is white people are better than black people, then yes, cancel them, because we don't do ignorance around here. But I think that's a large part of why people are afraid to say what they have to say or what they want to say, is because they feel like, what if people don't like me? What if my family turn their back on me, or my friends? And I'm like, what if they do?
Yeah.
So what? You spoke your mind.
True, man. Honestly, in my opinion, so coming from a perspective of an artist, I never really said, I don't know, maybe actually, yes, I did. I said one thing in my song. I remember I was showing you my song and you was like, that's kind of wild, bro.
The JFK joint?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I don't really take it back. Like, it's just, you just have to, me personally, I'm always going to live with that. I don't have any regrets.
It wasn't that, like, I wasn't offended, because I'm a fan of rap, so I love, like, hard punchlines and metaphors and all that kind of, like, I live for that kind of stuff. Right. But I was taking this perspective of, like, other people, like, people ain't gonna like this. you had told me, even your brother was like, you might want to change that, because, I mean, if you want to share the line, I don't know if you want to do that.
Okay, what was the lyric? I think I said, what did I say? I think I said, I'm cutting rappers like a doctor, and I'm getting surgical. I'm getting headshots, JFK in the convertible. I think I said something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that, and I was like, when I heard that you played it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, you said what?
Yeah, man. That song is filled with a lot of punchlines. It's filled with a lot of lyrical content, and I think that was one of the verses or the lines that really caught people's attention. Like, whoa, like, did he really just say that? But I mean, if you're a musical artist, I think you like Eminem. Slim Shady days.
Eminem be saying,
man.
Wow. Hi kids, do you like? What do you say? Hi kids, what do you say?
Do you like violence? Do you
like sick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids?
Yeah, like man, M used to be crazy with it, man. But one thing that I see is he just can't be canceled. He's just one of those people that doesn't regret what he says in his work. He said some stuff recently that's still a little like, ooh, okay.
We talked about that the other day at the waterfront. Do you really think that there are people who can be canceled?
Yes. No, you say that can?
Do you think there are people that cannot be canceled?
There's tons of them. I just gave you two. Trey Rags and Long Beach Griffey cannot be canceled.
Well, they not really. If you out for those of you who don't know who Trey Rags and Long Beach Griffey are, they're two YouTubers, and their content is
controversial.
That, and because they say things that
might offend a lot of people.
They have the same kind of humor I have, which is dark humor. Like, I have regular humor too, but like, I enjoy dark humor. Like, there are certain things I won't joke about. Like, I was watching a comedy thing on I think it was Netflix or one of those streaming platforms, and the guy had made a joke about Kobe Bryant in a helicopter, and I was like, okay, that's like too dark for me. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing with dark humor. It's like, you never, that's comedy in general. You never know how, like, the fun thing about telling jokes, and even me as like a jokester, not like an official comedian, is like, it's fun playing with the line. People say, oh, you crossed the line. It's, you want to see how close can I get to this line without crossing it.
Right.
And then, if I cross it, how far can I go over?
Yeah, man, I really think that's just how comedians are. I just think, like I said, I think people that live by that, I have no regrets on what okay, now it's a thing. I don't know though, like, okay, let's say a comedian started like talking about like kidnapping a girl and then like, raping her and doing something like that. That's a little like, I don't know about that one, but then, there's like some things where Long Beach Griffey did have that video.
Well, yeah, but then it's like,
I just think you
honestly,
have to know how to
okay.
take a
Here's what it boils down to. Another thing, D.L. Hughley. I'm gonna mention him a lot. That's one of my favorite comedians. He was recently in his interview. He was saying everything's not for everybody. So while
True.
there may be people who don't find a certain joke funny, it might be 4 or 5 people who do find that funny. Now they may be demented individuals, but you know that's, and I think that's what we have to learn as a society is like, just because it's not for me don't mean, you know, it ain't for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, a phrase I learned a few months ago is don't yuck somebody's yum. You know what I'm saying? If it's not for you, if we got a cookout, and okay, so I don't eat pork. I haven't eaten pork in 2 years. That's real talk. But at our family cookout, they have pork ribs and, you know, they have pork ribs and whatnot. Just because I don't eat pork, I'm not going, why y'all serving pork?
Yeah, you
That
ain't
was
gonna get on
loud.
everybody
Yeah.
else's head
Yeah,
because
I'm gonna
they
just be
eat
like,
pork.
okay, but y'all got chicken. So, all right, this is my lane. Y'all can be over
Yeah.
there. Enjoy that.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, so I have a small circle of friends, right? Me and my friends, I will not lie, we have very, very, very dark humor. We talk about some
Oh,
things-
absolutely.
We talk about some wild things, man.
We will say like things that we would never say
Yeah.
on here.
I'm
like,
not gonna, you know, y'all know who y'all are, man. I'm not gonna get into it, but we talk about some wild things, and if people were to hear us talk about the things we talk about, we'd probably be canceled on this.
and in trouble. But that's part of knowing your audience.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, okay, so we know the things we say to each other, we can't say at the family gathering.
Facts.
We can't say on the podcast.
Yeah.
We can't say, you know, outside of our group of people, because we know that everybody ain't gonna like that.
Yeah.
But that don't mean we're not gonna say it because our friends like it.
Yeah, man. You know, you just gotta have the right group of people, man. You can't. I've seen. If you don't like the content, or if you don't like something that someone's doing, just stay away from it. It's really as simple as that.
Simple as that.
I see people in the comments of the people that I've named, like the people that are like, why are you making this content? You shouldn't make content like this. If your feelings are hurt, man, just get away from it, because 9 times out of 10, those supporters that they have, those hardcore supporters, they gonna stick around.
Right.
They gonna stick around, man. And it sucks because I just seen something that happened to him, you know, to Long Beach Griffey, and that sucked. I think YouTube
is certain video. I think they demonetized him, not completely, but I don't think he's making as much money as he used to get. And I think he's like on a very thin line with YouTube.
Yeah.
So he decided, but him being the creator that he is, and I think this is dope. Like him being the creator that he is, he decided, I'm gonna go to OnlyFans. Not to do anything X-rated, but he's like, the videos that YouTube don't like because it's too harsh or, you know, too controversial, I can put it on OnlyFans, because as we all know, OnlyFans has very lax rules as far as what you can do, what you can put on there.
Obviously. Man, but yeah, I do think that's dope. I think it's cool about what he's doing for the people that support him. But I do guarantee y'all that the reason why that guy isn't making the type of money that he was making is because of those people that is in his comments like, why are you making content? I bet you they definitely had to send something to you. It was them.
No, the crazy thing about
You know?
social media is people will follow you just to hate.
Just to hate, man. I don't know. I said that in one of my songs. I said people claim that they do not like me, but click the link to my music. I just had a situation on one of my songs the other day where actually somebody commented. I'm not gonna say any names, but it was about this little situation that I had.
Hey man, we get it. You ain't gonna say no names. You gonna say about
Yeah,
time.
man. Nah, but I had this little situation going on, you know, not too long ago, and they basically commented on one of my songs, but they misunderstood the whole thing. Like, they blew it out of proportion. They ended up trying to put some of the personal business that I had on one of my songs, and, you know, I did delete the comment because I don't want any negativity coming around me or revolving around my name. But the crazy thing is, the song wasn't even directed about that situation. So for you to come and comment on my song about that situation, and it's not even about that situation, you just look dumb. You just look dumb. So if you don't like me, just don't listen to me. Stay away from me. You know?
Yeah, I would have left that comment. Well, y'all know, y'all are gonna get to know, my family and friends know, I am big petty.
I'm petty. I'm petty too.
LaBelle, I would have been. Yeah, I would have said something so wild in those comments.
Facts. I don't want to feed into it. So
Right. Sometimes to protect your own peace and your own energy, positive energy, you just like, you know what? You said, like you did, you delete the comment and you just like, you know what? I'm gonna be
just
over here.
moved on from me, man. You know, I'm gonna stay over here. But like I said, if you don't like the art, if you don't like the person, or if you don't like what they're doing, then simply just stay away from it. I don't understand why people wanna. What you're doing, you're basically putting yourself in a bad mood. If you know you don't like that person, why are you
Exactly.
you know, why are you trying to watch their videos? Why are you trying to come and hate on them because you don't like something that they're doing? Stay away from it. Stay away from it. It's as simple as that.
That's a very good point. If you don't like something, but you're intentionally going to let me look at it, you put yourself in a bad mood.
Man, you doing it to yourself. I can't really say anything else other than that. You are doing it to yourself, man. It's just stay away.
That's why a lot of times when being African American, when we hear about these incidents of the cops mistreating us and killing us for no reason at all. It's like a lot of times people are like, oh, let me see the video. I don't seek that kind of thing out. Like, and I'm on social media a lot. So if I'm scrolling and I see it on my timeline, if I want to look at it, I'll look at it. If I don't, I won't. But like to this day, I haven't seen a video of Michael Brown's killing because I know that's gonna put me in a bad mood.
It sucks, man. It's just like, let me see. Okay, I really do not want to bring this up, but let's talk about the George Floyd joint. When that happened, the amount of headlines that it was getting, you cannot sit here and say,
they kept showing it. I was like, Jesus,
so bad, and I had to try to avoid it. I wanted to stay away from it. I really wanted to, but it was just inevitable. It was like everywhere you went, when you opened your phone, you couldn't avoid it. It was like Kobe, you couldn't avoid it. It's inevitable, man. Every headline, every show.
Yeah, but the Kobe thing, I feel like that was because that was an accident. So it was like, oh man, that's great. But it was like,
yeah, but with the George Floyd,
I'm not saying that helicopter crashes aren't serious, but it's like, let me not, because I don't even know how to word what I'm about to say. I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm just saying, to kneel on somebody's neck and think that that's okay, like
for how long was it? Like
8 minutes 46 seconds.
Man, that's just wild, man. But like I said, man, if you just stay away from it. That's basically my point, man. Just try to stay away from it best you can.
Oh, you got anything else you want to say on that? So as we were speaking, I was another off topic, another sporadic topic, I should say, popped in my head. How do you feel about in cartoons they're starting to portray same-sex couples?
Actually, I was just talking to my girlfriend about that the other night. Man, God, please don't let me get canceled.
You said you ain't caring.
I really don't.
That about 2-3 times today. You was like, cancel me. Didn't he say it, y'all?
Man, okay, yeah, cancel me. But at the same time, don't cancel me, but cancel me. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be blunt. It's absolutely, it's absurd, bro. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real, bro. It's not good. Imagine coming home and letting your son or daughter watch Bubble Guppies, and you see a gay fish couple just kissing, man. Like that's so inappropriate. They're literally trying to put. I'm not gonna say a narrative, but they're forcing it onto these kids. That's not okay.
Here's what I say. I'm gonna give y'all. I used to have a certain opinion on it, so I'm gonna give y'all my past opinion on it and how I feel currently after I had a conversation with somebody and it enlightened my mindset. I used to feel like they were trying to be progressive, but it got to a point where they were being suggestive. As far as trying to gay people are here, so we need to let them get representation.
To incorporate this.
And then people would be like, well, okay, well you let heterosexual couples exist on TV. And now, currently, what my mindset is, I don't think there should be any type of couples on if you watch, like you said, Bubble Guppies, why does there have to be a couple in there? Kids that's 4 or 5 years old, whether it's gay or straight, kids that's 4 or 5 years old aren't dating. So why do we need representation of any type of love life on there?
That's a fact. Now another thing, it's not even just couples. And I am a supporter of the LGBTQ community. I just want y'all to know that I got friends that I know that are LGBTQ.
Hold on. I don't want to cut you. I have a question. All right, so so y'all need to. I would like for y'all to DM us or DM me individually, because I have a question. This is for the LGBTQ individuals out there. Do y'all get offended when people be like, "I'm not gay. I'm not homophobic. I have a gay friend."
That's
Cause cause you know, black people or white people be like, I'm not white, I got black
black
friends.
friends.
We be like, so.
Thanks, man. Yeah, do y'all get offended, man? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We gon' you
We'll
can
have a
find us
question
on Instagram, the All Over Podcast. We gonna put some links out and have y'all follow us.
I think we should have a question like that every episode. Not like that, but I think we should have a question.
That would be dope.
I think we should. And you guys can answer.
Like y'all let us know what y'all want us to talk about too. But you go back to what you were saying.
Right. Okay. So like I said, I am a supporter of the LGBTQ community, but I don't know if you saw the reboot of, I think it was Cinderella, but I think the God fairy or fairy godparent or whatever he was gay, a black gay man. And like y'all switching it up, man.
Jussie Smollett was in that? No, let me stop.
Yeah. But yeah, man, he was a gay fairy. You know, like I don't have anything against it, but at the same time, y'all gotta just take in consideration that there are gonna be kids watching that. There's gonna be kids watching that. Now, I don't want to go too far and say some things because I really do want to speak on something else, but I'm not gonna speak on that.
Speak on it.
How you feel about D Wade and his son?
Oh shit! I know you was gonna say that. I believe that.
Man.
Okay, as far as Dwayne Wade and his daughter, we should say his daughter.
My apologies.
I think there should be an age limit, or not limit. Like a minimum age it takes to make that decision. I think it should be at least 18 years old.
Is she taking testosterone?
Well, she would be taking estrogen because she turned from a boy to a girl.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she's I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it, so I kind of really don't. I don't like speaking on things that I'm not fully versed in. But
I don't know, man. I don't think that was the right decision.
How old is she?
I want to say 13, 12 or 13.
Why would I start thinking she was like 16?
Nah, maybe I'm wrong. From what I remember, I think that they were.
She's 14.
14. Okay.
She'd be 15.
That's still pretty young.
In May. That is young, and I think going back to what we said, I really do think I think the idea that
I think what you guys did was right, you know, just for them to be happy, but I think the way you guys went about it was kind of
I think that yes, they allowed her to live her truth. At the same time, I think that 13 or because when did that happen? Last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
so let's say she was like 11, maybe 10
I just
when
know
that
it was
happened.
during COVID.
Okay, so she's
12.
Okay, so let's. How old did I just say she was?
14. So I want to say they were.
Okay, so let's say she's 11, 12 years old. I feel like you don't know what. That's why for 11, 12 years old.
She wasn't even in high school yet.
Right, you don't because my big thing is like, what happens if you decide, you turn 18 and been like, I don't want this no more. I don't know if, I feel like that should have been something that they waited, like, at least, let's like, okay.
At least 18.
So, although 16 that's not any, like, legal milestone, I feel like when people turn 16, that's when parents kind of give you a little more leeway.
Yeah, and then you know.
I feel like 16 should have been like, okay, how do you feel now? And they'd be like, hey, I still feel the way, or hey, I was letting like what was going on out in the world get into my head. And like I said, I don't set out to hurt anybody's feelings. So if I hurt you, I don't want to offend anybody with what I'm saying. And if I come off as ignorant, it's because I am. I don't know too much about the whole transgender movement.
I can't speak on it because I'm not in y'all's shoes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know. Me personally, I just don't agree with that. You know, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Everybody lives their life. Everybody lives their truth.
And I used to be like, oh man, I don't understand that. And what I learned and what I realized is that not just transgenders, the whole LGBTQ plus community, they don't need us to understand. They just need our respect. It's it's not for us to grasp. It's not for us to understand. We don't gotta understand. We just gotta respect their decision.
True, man. Very, very true.
And then people say like, oh, we have. What I really don't like is people be like, oh, we have to learn to accept them. Like, we don't have to accept anything because they're already here. I feel like The word accept means if you offer me that tea right here, I have a choice to accept it or not.
Yeah.
So like we don't have a choice to accept it or not. And I'm not saying we don't want to accept it. I'm like, come on in, come to the party. Welcome to the club, baby. Welcome to the party. Yeah. You know, I think we have to, you know, just I'm gonna just say respect that, respect everything. Like I said before, don't yuck somebody's yum. You know.
Yeah, never, man. You can't. You know, I'm not necessarily yucking it, but you know, like I said,
We're not yucking it at all. Not
everybody's
necessarily.
entitled to their own opinion. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. But in no way am I yucking it or saying like, yo, man, like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean?
But going back to Dave Chappelle, no, but he was just saying like, you got to think like, because they get mad when he tell jokes about that. Is it wrong to say that group of people? I don't. It's so hard to like tiptoe around. I don't want to say nothing that's gonna get like people have somebody feel some type of way. But Dave Chappelle would say, if you really think about it, that is like, that's a wild concept.
That's a wild concept.
Like to say like I was a man trapped in a woman's body or a woman trapped in a man. Like, I mean, how can you not find the humor? That's like, okay, what he said. That's like getting pulled over by the cops, and they be like, okay, you're African. You're like, no, I'm Chinese. Like, no, you're black. No, I'm trying to identify.
I identify.
I'm a Chinese man trapped in this nigga's body.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, that's just a wild concept. But people live life the way they live life. There's different ways of living. There's different things that people come up with. You got to realize this is also 2022. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now that we have never seen before or experienced.
Definitely.
Man, it's just different, man. Things are changing. Times are changing.
That's what I tell my mom. She recently got a job at retail, and she works. My mom's older, and she works with a bunch of young people, 20 years old and probably teens too. And she was telling me that two things I want to talk about the world changing pertaining to me and my mom. She was telling me when I went down to visit her last month, she's like, yeah, and I work at and there's this binary person, and I was like, you have to say non-binary, mother, because like like I said, we gotta respect it, and just
respect the
have proper terms and whatnot. It's non-binary. It's not binary. I was like, you might and I think Virginia is a blue state. You might be able to get sued if you just say binary. So you need to go ahead and say non-binary.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I think it's dope what TikTok is doing. In the last month, I think I've made like 2 new TikTok pages, one for music, one for me and my girlfriend. And they have an option now where you can put your pronouns.
Oh, like Instagram?
Yeah, like you can, are you a he, her, or he, him?
He or a
she, her, they, them. I think that's really dope. I think it's cool how they incorporate that community into the world. I just don't agree with it being a little kid cartoons.
Ultimately, everybody deserves to be represented in whatever space exists.
Definitely.
Well, that wraps the very first episode of the All Over Podcast. I want to thank you guys for listening. You can find us on Instagram at the All Over Podcast. Until next time, peace, love, and blessings. We out.